Hey guys, welcome to Gardening Upbeat and I hope you are doing very well. Today we are going to see how to grow zinnia from seeds. You would see everything with updates from day 1 and so let's get started. What's the best time to grow the zinnia? In tropical places, zinnia can be grown both in winter and in summer, but they are annuals, means they usually die after flowering. That's why for summer we can sow the seeds from February end onwards and for winter we can sow the seeds from September onwards. There are also many varieties that we can grow, but I am dividing them in just two categories and those are drop variety and taller variety. Here you can see the drop variety. I grew all these plants this year itself and I bought the seedlings from nursery. If you want bushier plant and more flowers, then growing the drop variety is going to be a good idea. Right here, these are the taller variety and I grew them from seeds. I bought the seeds from trashbasket.com. I will put the link in description box in case you also want to try. Please note that I grew the taller variety in winter. To sow the seeds, going to use a seedling tray. For the soil mix, taking 80% coco peat and 20% vermicompost. Sow the seeds and then slightly cover them with the same soil. Also make sure that seeds are at least 5 to 7 mm deep inside the soil. It's also a good idea to use any kind of markers in case you are using the same seedling tray for different seeds. After that, water well. Next, I would keep the tray in a place where it's going to get at least 3 to 4 hours of morning sunlight. Seedlings are looking fine, but I did not get very good germination rate. This is one big issue we need to face while buying the seeds online. The seller did not send me fresh seeds and very soon you would come to know why I am saying this. Anyway, they are ready to be transplanted and so let's do it. We can transplant any seedlings as soon as we see the first 3 to 4 true leaves on our seedlings. The very first two leaves are not the true leaves and those are known as seed leaves. For potting soil mix, doing it very basic way and that is 50% normal garden soil, 25% coco peat and rest 25% vermicompost. For the pot, selecting 6-inch pot and I would grow one plant in one pot. If you like, you can also use 8-inch pot. Using 8-inch would be much better if you want more and bigger flowers. For example, this year I have grown them in 8-inch pot and you can see that they are blooming quite well. While transplanting the seedling, please avoid burying the main stem. My soil is already wet as you can see, but still watering very lightly so that the seedling doesn't get any kind of shock. Next, I would keep the pot under indirect sunlight for next 2 to 3 days and then I would provide whole day of sunlight. We are done with first part and it's time to see the updates. So you can see that my plants did quite well and they are blooming happily. But still, I like the drop variety somewhat more. It's because they bloom more and the shape is just perfect. What do you think? Please let me know by commenting which one you like the most. I grew the taller variety in 2020 and trust me, they are still growing in my garden. Zinnia self-seeds nicely and seeds fall off on my other pots. As a result, they just keep growing here and there. On this pot, you can see that many seedlings are growing themselves and I did not sow any seeds here. Here again, few seedlings are trying to grow on some dried leaves. This is why I said that the seller did not send me fresh seeds. Right here you can see one more plant along with my Gerbera plant, and it's the footage from 2022. I believe they are liking my garden. Let's talk about how to care for Zinnia. There is a big issue we often face with zinnias, and it is the curly leaves. Something like you can see here. It happens because of leaf curl virus, and there is actually no treatment. I know that it's a sad thing, and I have tried many different ways to fix this issue. As of now, none is working. Please note that leaf curl virus is usually seen more on taller variety than the drop variety. This is another reason why you would like to grow the drop variety. For the sunlight, try to provide minimum 5 to 6 hours of direct sunlight, and more is always better. As I am keeping my plants on terrace, they are getting the whole day of sunlight. For watering, please be extremely careful, especially in winter. Zinnia doesn't need lots of water, and if the soil is wet on constant basis, you might find the fungus attack on your plant. Before watering, please allow the topsoil to dry out somewhat, even in summer. All these days, temperature in my place is around 26 to 29 degrees Celsius, and even though they are getting whole day of sunlight, I don't need to water them daily. I am watering them every alternate day, and it's working well. You may have to water daily in case temperature is somewhat more in your place. For fertilizers, nowadays I mostly use only organic components. The first component is 10 grams mustard cake powder, and second component is 15 grams bone meal. There is also no need to fertilize too frequently. Applying only 1 to 2 times is more than enough as they die after blooming. The very first dose you can apply around 25 to 30 days after transplanting. You can ignore the second dose, or if you want to apply, then do it after 60 days. Instead of this, you can also use NPK 19-19-19 once in 25 to 30 days. The dose would be half teaspoon in 1 liter water and then apply directly in the soil. You can also use high pK fertilizer, something like this one. You can apply this when they are starting to produce the buds. This way you would get more buds, more flowers on your plants. The dose is half teaspoon in 1 liter water. Please avoid applying the NPK and PK at the same time. Try to keep a gap of at least 15 to 20 days when you apply them. What about the pinching? For the drop variety, we don't need to do any pinching. For the taller variety of zinnias, you can do that 1 to 2 times if you like. We can start doing it as the seedlings are around 6 to 8 inches tall. Or we can also do it as soon as we see the first bud on our plants. Here I am doing the same thing. Other than the pinching, please also keep doing the deadheading. Deadheading means removing the spent blooms. At the end of the season, definitely you can keep few blooms in case you want to collect the seeds. Here you can see that seeds are ready to be collected, and this is how you can collect the seeds. Not all the flowers are going to have viable seeds. Plus it was a very windy day, and that's why I could not collect many seeds. Anyway, right here the two viable seeds as you can see. Similar to the zinnia plants, Euphorbia milli is also a great flowering plant for summer. In case you want to know how to get lots of flowers on Euphorbia milli, then please check out my next video. So that's all in one video, from sowing seeds of zinnia to collecting seeds. I hope you found the video useful, and please don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you are new to gardening upbeat. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and enjoy.